The technology has been there for a while to have Bluetooth communicators. Like we're talking Star Trek comm badges. And then, of course, the original series had the flip-style communicator. But tonight we're looking, at first anyways, we're looking at the TNG version of the Bluetooth comm badge from cat5.tv/Star Trek. And we're joined by my good friend, Nelson Hudes, who's standing by, and we can't actually hear you right now, Nelson. So Nelson is on the screen. He has his Bluetooth communicator on, and what we're in fact going to do tonight is something that I haven't seen done yet. We're going to give you a call, Nelson. So make sure you can hear me okay?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so what you're hearing there is the speaker on my laptop. So I'm going to mute that completely, and that's what just happened there. I just muted your speaker, so now if you speak, nobody's going to hear you. So give it a try. Nelson, you can hear me? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I cannot hear Nelson.
It's real.
So what we're going to, now we've got a smartphone plugged into the mixing console here, and we're going to give Nelson a quick phone call. So Nelson, if you are ready to go, this is a live demonstration of the real quality of the Bluetooth Star Trek The Next Generation communicator. Now, I haven't made any adjustments or tweaks or anything like that to my phone. The
Robbie, can you hear me?
call's coming in. Okay, now I'm going to turn up my phone a little bit, because we're using the speaker output. Hi, Nelson.
Can you hear? Hi, can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine. So
We're talking over the Star Trek Next Generation communicator.
There you go. So it sounds a lot like a Bluetooth headset to me.
That's awesome, yeah.
Like if anytime I've used, say, a Jawbone or something like that,
Yeah.
we've got that kind of a sound to it. So let's give this a little bit of a test, Nelson. So how you been? What's new?
I've been great. Winter's been great, and looking forward to spring. And love having this. I got the first one, as you know, last summer, and it was one of those had to have it moments. And then when this one came along, it was the same thing. Just had to have it because I've been a Star Trek fan since day one.
Sure.
Since 1966.
Wow. So okay, Next Generation versus the original series, the show. What's your favorite?
Hands down, the original, of course.
Yeah, you think so?
Absolutely. There's no. You know, I'm just. A Star Trek original series big fan. I love Next Gen, but my preference is the original.
We've just started, my wife and I have just started watching Star Trek The Next Generation a couple months ago with my daughter. She's 11, and they re-released it on Blu-ray, and when they did that, they redid all of the episodes using the original master copies. So it's been completely redone. It looks beautiful, Nelson. They've done such a good job. So from Encounter at Farpoint right through, and we're about halfway through the first season now, it's astonishing. It looks like something it could have been shot a week ago with the quality that they've done.
Wow, that's pretty amazing. I heard that they were trying to do something with Deep Space Nine to turn that into HD.
No way.
There's a biography being put together by a lot of the actors, and Leonard Nimoy's son, Adam Nimoy, who released the movie about his father last September, is involved with it apparently.
Cool. That's awesome. Sasha was just talking about that just before the show.
Yeah, I just started watching it. I've got about 75% of the way through it.
So you're watching partway through on Netflix?
Yeah.
That's
and
cool.
It's incredible. Now I want to watch actual Star Trek. I mean,
it's turned me on to Star Trek.
Right.
Are you talking about the movie Leonard Nimoy's son did, Adam?
That's correct. Yeah.
Okay. You paid close attention to the credits.
Okay.
Is there some?
Are you in there?
Yes, I am. I was a backer in that.
Yeah. What? You did a great job. That's amazing.
Very, 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 very small backer.
How did you land that, my man?
It was a Kickstarter campaign that Adam Nimoy did. It was 2 summers ago when he was trying to raise money to do the movie.
Really? And Nelson, I've never thought of you as the kind of guy who goes and blows a whole bunch of money on Star Trek fandom.
I did not blow a lot.
Okay. Hey, that's awesome, man. Oh, I'd love to see it. And I did start watching that. So, okay, we've got the Next Generation Bluetooth communicator. So this is a real deal Bluetooth comm badge. connects to your phone. So you're talking on a smartphone right now?
Yep, I certainly am.
So you've been using this for how long? A couple months since it was first released?
Yeah, since it was released. I actually pre-ordered and got it, and been playing with it a little bit.
Cool.
Yeah, so it's been fun.
Have you worn it in the grocery store yet?
No.
Oh.
I did discover one thing for any of my geek fans out there who are maybe a little bit self-conscious about their geekdom, such as myself. I figured it out.
What?
Nelson, I've got the solution. I'm really big on, so far we've shown you how to improve the magnet. We did that on the show. Make sure you go onto our website if you want to learn about that. Now I've got a way that us Uber geeks can still use the com badge. I figured it out. Ready for it?
Okay. Yep. Go ahead.
Whoa, high tech.
Oh, you're showing off the magnet, I bet. Oh, yeah.
It's right there, folks.
Yeah.
I think you have a cricket in your
In your pocket.
shirt. Yeah.
Jimmy Cricket.
It had to be done. Nelson, you can't see us just yet, but you'll watch it on the on-demand and you'll get it and you'll laugh. I hope you will. So you've had this one for a bit and you've been using it. Have you noticed a sound quality difference or any difference between this and the original series Bluetooth communicator? Now that one, do you have it with you? Can you hold that up for us?
Sure. This is the original series one. To answer your question, I think the sound quality is really good on the next gen.
Yeah.
It's just a little bit low in volume, I think, compared to this one.
And I wonder. So now, I'm gonna get a call from that communicator in just a moment's time. I wonder if it's simply the distance. I mean, you're wearing this on your chest. And I'm wearing mine as well. So, you're going to position it somewhere around here, and it's basically like a Bluetooth speakerphone. So we're, about a foot and a half from the microphone itself. Whereas when you're holding your original series one, it's right up to your mouth. So that may be the difference all in and of itself, eh?
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay, so that's our first impressions of the next generation Bluetooth comm badge. What do you think? Comment below.
I love it.
I love it too.
Everybody else loves it.
I think it looks amazing. I think that there's no reason why anybody shouldn't be proud to walk around with it on.
Yeah, especially like the original one. Like, come on, like that. If I saw somebody walking by with that, I have so much respect for that person.
When this one actually came out, there were a whole bunch of people posting videos of reviews, and there was one guy that was actually in a Starbucks, and his phone rang, and he answered it on this, and just the stares of people looking at it, where did you get this thing? And
yeah.
He was beamed down.
I've actually taken it with me, believe it or not, family functions. My family gets mad at me when I do it, but I do it. And
family are always really supportive about that kind of thing.
Well, I've got a lot of family that are also Star Trek fans, but I'm talking about going to weddings and things like that, and people who are a little older who know the original series. And, I'll ask them if they're an original series fan, and the answer comes out, of course they are, and I whip this thing out, and, it's just like, oh, my God, I have to have one of those. Where did you get it?
Yeah.
Awesome. And everybody just says, that is so cool,
It's a cultural icon, really, when you think about it. And like I've said at the top of the show, we have been waiting for this kind of technology to just happen. It's the natural evolution of Bluetooth is to create these kinds of devices, and it's exciting to see them happening. And they're only going to get better and better over time, and I think that's part of the excitement as well. So it's nice to be on the cutting edge of this technology finally seeing the light of day.
The two companies that made these, they could have actually even gone a step further. I mean, they could have made this an actual cell phone if they wanted instead of.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh man.
They could have done the same thing with this, but their thought process was, well, everybody's already got a phone, so they're not going to go out and buy this as a phone because it's big and bulky, right? And you can't do all the things that you can do on a smartphone, so why would they do that, right? Mm-hmm. But they could have.
You know what else? I mean, when you open that up for us, we can see that it's true to the original prop. It's like a replica. Mm-hmm. So as soon as you...
Well, there's stories about that, and actually I did a lot of reading about that because I wanted to know when I first found this thing that was going to be sold. I found it about 8 months before it was even available.
Yeah.
And there's a website that talks about what they did was there were only 10 of them originally made for the original Star Trek series between 1966 and 69, and a lot of them got lost, but there were some that were preserved. One of them actually, I believe it was Paul Allen, who bought it and put it in a museum, found it at auction, Microsoft, Paul Allen, and they actually took scans, I think, of that one to create this.
Huh, that's how legit it is.
That's
fantastic.
How legit it is. They wanted it to be so perfect because they knew that if it wasn't, the fans
there would be an outrage,
Very
uproar.
detail-oriented people.
So,
yes.
So they took their time in creating the most perfect replica because they wanted it to be a hit, and they knew that if it wasn't a hit, that they would have gotten beaten up.
That's awesome.
Fans.
And
I think they were right in doing so and not rushing it to market because it had. I mean, if you go on the websites where you can buy it, all the comments are, just that. It is a huge hit. They've been waiting for 50 years to have something like this.
Yeah. And then the opposite happened with the TNG badge in that when Paramount released all the prop replicas, they were not based on the show. They were glossy metallic. They were very shiny gold and silver, and they were very, very thin. And then when the next generation Bluetooth communicator came out, all of a sudden people said, oh, that doesn't look quite the same as the actual communicator. But if you look at the show, this is actually more accurate to the show than those prop replicas that we got at Paramount in years gone by, and even the one that I have.
Mm-hmm. And they didn't, those replicas really didn't do anything. These two devices are the very first two to market that actually do stuff.
Bring us joy.
All the rest, not only that, but all the rest of those replicas were just toys. These aren't toys. These are actually working models.
We prefer to say cosplay rather than toys, but I understand where you're going with this. I understand. Okay, so Nelson is currently speaking on the next generation Bluetooth communicator that you see on the screen there. That is what we're hearing his voice through. And so what we're going to do, we're going to take a really quick break as Nelson establishes a connection with the original series Bluetooth communicator. And then when we come back, we're going to be speaking with him on that. We're going to see the call difference. I'm not going to change anything from our audio standpoint, so everything you hear is going to be one for one, an exact comparison between the two Bluetooth headset communicators. So
sounds great, and you'll give me a call like before, right?
Exactly. Yeah, we're going to reestablish the call right after the break. Thanks, Nelson. Okay. We're going to be right back with Nelson Hudes as we look at the Star Trek Bluetooth communicators from cat5.tv/Star Trek. We'll be right back after this.
Now here's another great way you can support the shows you love from the Category 5.tv network by shopping at Gearbest.
That's right, Jeff. Cat5.tv/Gearbest. It's an online store for the geek streak in you.
Or the loved ones.
Well, of course. Especially your loved ones, right? Because cat5.tv/Gearbest, quite frankly, has all of the greatest tech gifts that you could ever hope for at rock-bottom prices.
Do they have cell phones?
You betcha. Cat5.tv/Gearbest has a wide assortment of unlocked Android cell phones and tablets.
What about consumer electronics? Those make a great gift.
Absolutely. From high-tech watches to action cameras, headphones, even virtual reality headsets. Cat5.tv/Gearbest has you covered. They literally have it all, Jeff. Literally.
Really?
It's like a superstore right from the comfort of your own chair at your computer through the interweb.
Yeah. There's no way they have it all.
It's true.
It's just a bunch of random electronics.
Test me.
What about clothes?
Yep. Both men and women, fashionable apparel at rock-bottom, super-duper prices.
Kind of like this?
Well, look at this coat. What do you think? It's a slimming mock leather jacket.
I love it.
It's available for less than $30 plus free shipping at cat5.tv/Gearbest.
All right. You kind of got me there.
Wow. Any other questions for me, Jeff?
Now that the winter has passed, flying season, do they have any good deals on, say, drone copters?
Oh my goodness! Well, check this out. Dude, they have everything. Check out over 500 various drones. And not only that, they're available marked down by about 30 to up to 63% off the regular price.
Love it. What's the website again?
Well, you're going to find Gearbest on our partners pages for any of your favorite Category 5 TV shows like New Every Day, Category 5 Technology TV, The Pixel Shadow. But of course, if you want to shop absolutely right now and you want to go straight to the site, all you have to do is visit cat5.tv/Gearbest.
See, that's easy. cat5.tv/Gearbest.
That's right. Happy shopping.
Welcome back. This is Category 5 Technology TV, and tonight we're speaking with Nelson Hudes, who is helping us to demonstrate for you the actual call quality of the Star Trek, The Next Generation, and the original series Bluetooth communicators from cat5.tv/Star Trek. That's just a simple, quick link for you that helps you to be able to find where you can purchase that from. Nelson Hudes is standing by. We do not have audio from you, sir, although I really want to kind of hold my microphone up to Skype just so that people can hear the sound effects that are coming off of this device. Now, you heard my comm badge. It sounds just like a Next Generation comm badge. That's awesome. Nelson, I'm gonna just kind of jump in here down to the microphone. Could you open that up for me, the original series? Do that again a couple times. And I'm not sure if folks at home can hear that or not, because I'm just holding my microphone up to that. That is fantastic. Okay, so now we're going to hear the call quality of that particular device. You ready, Nelson? He is ready. We can't hear him now. I'm just going to establish that call. Here we go. So remember, we haven't changed anything in our settings. So let's watch Nelson and see when he gets the call. Oh, he's got the flip. Nelson, I can't hear you, so are we synced to the correct device?
Oh.
Yep.
Oh, there we go.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
we're synced.
Hey,
Oh, there we go.
My goodness.
That's loud.
Talk to me,
That's
baby.
good.
Good quality.
You like this? You like the sound quality on this?
That sounds exceptional. That was
Yeah,
my
it's a bit-
that was my
it's a
Captain
bit-
Kirk, by the way.
It's a bit louder than
Okay,
the other
Shatner.
one.
But it's not safe for driving. At least you can use the other one for driving, right?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
There, we'll give it that. We'll give it
There.
that. Okay, well let's have a conversation. So tell us about this one. You know a lot about this, and how is that?
How is that? Well,
This is still now. This is down there.
I found it on.
Oh my
I found
goodness!
I found it online by accident about a year and a half ago. I guess it was November of 2015.
Okay.
And they had announced that it was going to be. Actually, they announced it a few months before that, but I found it in November, and it was one of those had to have it moments, like I told you before. And I pre-ordered it. It was supposed to come end of December, didn't come. They pushed it back to January. They pushed it back to April. They pushed it back again and again and again because they didn't have all the correct components.
What is this,
And they
Star
want-
Trek Discovery? I said, what is this, Star Trek Discovery?
I know what you're talking
Yeah.
about. But they pushed it back because they wanted the device to be perfect. And I finally got it July the 3rd or 4th last summer. And it's just been amazing. It's just been amazing.
Absolutely
In
love
fact,
the
I
sound
even
quality.
found online. They don't sell this with it, but I found this little thing to clip onto my belt.
Nice. So this gives you the full TOS experience. So do you have the uniform and everything? Like, do you go to the conventions with this? And
Oh, I've been to conventions and stuff like that, and if you'll just hang on for 1 second,
Yeah.
I'm going to put this down, and I'm going to come right back in 2 seconds.
okay.
Please don't be a red shirt.
Well, this is You just, I see something's going on here.
Oh, there you go.
He's got the house
nice.
coat. He's got the house coat. I'm like, you remember that we're on live TV here right now?
Oh yeah. Well, you said to wear a uniform, so this is the only one that I have.
He's got the house coat. Nice.
That's
works.
awesome.
I've got the Starfleet house coat. See,
Beautiful.
insignia and all.
Definitely a TOS fan when you've got the TOS house coat. That's cool.
I told you that before.
Now, the sound quality when you had it down on the desk was just as good as I would expect, and that was that was further away than the next generation Bluetooth comm badge.
Yeah, I can take it this far. How far? I don't know. Is it still good?
It still sounds good. Yeah, it's still crystal clear. Yeah, just a little quieter. That's all. Now, how do you find that the noise is when you're in a busy spot? Say you're at a concert and you're talking on your Star Trek communicator, because I know that happens all the time.
I haven't done that, Robbie.
Starbucks, maybe.
But I'll let you know the next time I do.
Okay, thanks, man. Okay, well, I think hands down the original series communicator sounds better. I mean, it sounds amazing.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'll give it that.
But you have to take into account the original series one is
it is what it is.
Close to his mouth.
It's got a lot more space for circuitry and things like that.
And it comes with.
Oh, sorry.
I don't know that
lots of sound effects too.
Well, see, you can hear those sound effects, but us on the receiving end of the call, we cannot hear those sound effects.
You can post-produce those.
You can.
Make them amazing.
I just had Spock's the Enterprise Spock here.
Yeah. Well, that's cool.
It looks so neat.
Love it.
Now, I know folks...
It comes with a ton of sound effects on it. I wish I could play some for you.
Well, we've had you on the show before, and if you're interested in checking this out, go to cat5.tv/Star Trek, and we'll actually put that video on that particular device, Nelson, so that folks can hear that.
Okay.
And it's so loud that we're getting feedback, okay?
Well, I can hold it away.
No, but that's how crystal clear it is. It has so much good oomph to it.
I thought it was one of
like
the
a
sound
mic,
effects.
right?
I was like, oh, that's kind of a
so
weird sound effect.
If you hear that little bit of echo when Nelson speaks, that's entirely because you're hearing him through our microphones because it's boomingly loud. Like when he started talking, you saw me kind of go like this, and I'm looking around like, is there any way I can turn him down? It was that much louder. So very cool stuff. Well, I appreciate the call, Nelson. Did we lose the call right there? I think we did lose the call, so I'll just I'll unmute that, but you folks can't hear it. Nelson, appreciate the call very, very much. You can hear me. The folks at home can't hear you, but thanks for demonstrating that for us. What do you think? That's our comparison review of the call quality of the Star Trek The Next Generation and the Star Trek The Original Series communicators. You can find both of them at cat5.tv/Star Trek. But beyond that, I mean, hey, if you're a collector, if you are a fan of Star Trek, of either of those shows, I think they're both a very cool device. And while that next generation communicator doesn't quite have the sound quality, for sure, he's making calls. Nelson, I can't hear you, so I'm gonna let you go, my friend. Thanks for being on the show. We'll follow up. Take care. I think as a collector, I'm a bit of an amateur collector in that, I don't have the budget to spend the money that a lot of folks do have, but I like to have some things that are, I've got a Starfleet uniform. I actually have two.
I have one.
Go to Fan Expo one of these days.
I really want to, yeah.
I never watched the original series.
Yeah.
I watched some of Next Generation, like not every single week, or was it on once a week or once a day?
Every day, every weekday.
Yeah.
Every weekday. Well, I didn't watch that often, obviously, but I loved it, the Next Generation.
Yeah.
Right? So I like this. Cool. I would totally wear it in the grocery store. Not a problem. You'd meet new people.
We accept that challenge.
How did the batteries last on it? Like, is it a full day? Or?
I haven't ever worn it non-stop for an entire day. I haven't had it die on me. But
so if knock on wood.
No, true. But I'm the kind of guy that I'll plug it in at the end of the day anyways. So I've never run it for more. But it'd be an interesting test for sure.
But I'm just happy it's rechargeable and you don't need like double A's or something.
You
can just plug it in.
It'd be super great for people commuting.
It actually would.
I like
hands-free.
I like that.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, comment below. Let us know your thoughts on both of these communicators. Who's the clear winner? And if you've got one, post us a picture or a video of you testing yours out in the grocery store or wherever you may happen to go.